Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, doing fine, thank you.
Good. Do you know, I know you don't know who you're talking to, but you're talking to your old neighbor in Beaumont, the Lee family that lived across the street from you guys.
Which address?
4410 Diamond.
Okay, that's a long time ago there.
I know. My mom's name was Gail. My dad's name was Martin. And I'm the oldest, of course. I was talking to my sister Missy the other day, and I said, I see Troy on Facebook, and I said, he's doing some big things. She said, we have not seen or heard from him in years. And I said, you know what? One of these days, I'm going to stop and reach out and say hello and all that good stuff. I was like, I cannot believe I actually ended up seeing you on Facebook today.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here.
Are you still in Beaumont?
I ended up moving to Dallas and started working for the prison system and then the bank. And I was at the bank like 25 years. And then so in 2012, I got into a car wreck and it left me kind of disabled. And I've been home ever since. And I'm like, I need to do something on the side because this is not for me. I'm used to being at work all the time.
Yeah.
And so I've been home and I got twins in college.
Yeah.
So
we got some wonderful stuff going on our side, though. You know, I've been working for the past 3 years on a project that's really starting to pay off now, you know. So,
wow, that's cool.
We're helping a lot of people now. You know, it's just a simple little concept, you know, just real simple. Nothing complicated, but it's catching on. And
exactly.
But it's a big idea, though. It's a really big idea.
Right.
We took and created this little Forex trading club. Did you see that?
Yeah, I was kind of trying to read a little bit on it, and I was, going through the stuff really fast. And so so how does it actually?
Okay, basically, what we did was it started with our card. You know, we put together a card. I wanted, I realized kind of in the banking system to take advantage of people so bad.
Yes, they do.
But they make billions of dollars. So it's a lot of money.
Yes.
And we just don't have access to it, but we're part of it. You know.
Right.
But they're not breaking bread with us. So I said, we can put our own network together. We can do a lot of this stuff ourselves and make the money ourselves, you know.
Exactly.
And so, so I went about, trying the first thing I wanted to do was, give us a way to control our money with the card because everything is on the card these days.
Right.
And so, we set up, we got a beautiful metal card that we issue that's really high end with benefits and perks and rewards and all kind of stuff like that on top of it. And,
right.
So we did that. And then the second part, we came in and we said, okay, we looked at people's savings account. When you come to people trying to set aside some money, the banks ain't paying nothing as far as interest or return on people's savings accounts. I mean, you can't buy a loaf of bread with what you get off of your money in savings.
In savings, exactly.
So we created and they take our money and trade it and make tons and tons of money off our money, but they're not giving us any of it. So,
exactly, and you don't, and you have they'll tell you to put money in savings and it'll generate interest. You're not getting anything,
nothing,
and your money's in there for years. Exactly. And I fell through that trap too when I was with Capital One, and I was so hurt because they laid me off because of my sickness. And then I had exhausted my savings and my checking account.
Yeah.
Even to this day, I don't even have a savings anymore. I don't even have a checking hardly because I told them, I said, you guys will take the money and it sits there and you're investing my money, but then I'm not seeing anything in return. So what good did that do me?
So, so what I did is I went out, I was looking at the Forex market, and I realized that most everybody in it was either a student or expert. And so I realized that the students, they want to make money off of Forex, trading, but they don't have the expertise to do so. So they end up losing a bunch of money. And then the experts, all they want to do is just, make money off of trying to show people how to do it. But
how to do it,
but most people, to me, that sounded crazy because that's like me trying to teach my grandmama how to play football in the
Right.
NFL. You know, it's just everybody can't do that. Everybody don't
Exactly.
have the skill set for it. So you're trying to train somebody to do something that only a small percentage of people
Are
have the
gonna be
kind
able
of
to do.
persistence and drive and willpower to even, accomplish.
Touch it. Exactly.
So I just, what I did is I went and found some really expert traders and said, convince them to trade, for people instead of just
Right.
trading for yourself,
Right.
but you'll make more money. Yeah. So they bought into it and now they coming to us, they want to trade for us and I keep everybody safe, but I don't put all the money in at one time into the
It's just a pot.
into
Yeah.
the, on the line, all the money is not in the, market at one time. We keep some of it back. So if something
Right.
catastrophic happened, my goal is to protect everybody's principal.
Exactly.
And so what happens is the money is doubling, um, really in 10, 12 weeks, the money doubles, somebody put in there. And so what we do is when the money doubles, we take half of it and we pay right back to the person who made the initial investment. So if a person say
Right.
drop $1,000 in, then the money doubles, they get the $1,000 back plus a little profit, and then they still in the fund for $1,000.
Right.
So it can double again and again and again. So
Right.
so they can make their money can start making money for them.
Building it. Yeah.
Building something that but they're still getting paid along the way. They can reinvest it if they want to,
Right.
but that philosophy is working.
Wow.
So now we run the business. The business side is we just share with people. Say, hey, look, you can continue. Nothing wrong with the bank you have now, whatever. But just know that it's not for you. It's for them.
Exactly.
So you might as well have an account over here with us, and this account is for us.
I was just sitting yesterday, and honestly, I told them, I went to the bank and I said, listen, when you're a single parent with 3 children and you're trying to keep your kids in school,
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to rebuild your credit because it got shot up, of course, because of my illness.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what programs do you guys have that help people get out of debt? I said, and the first thing you're going to do, if I come in and ask you right now to consolidate my bills,
Mm-hmm.
so that I'm able to have money coming in my house to pay my children's tuition on tomorrow, what can you tell me you can do for me? I said, the first thing you're going to do is look at my credit report and say, well, no, we can't help you. I said, but I'm one of those people who want to clean up my stuff and get back to what I'm comfortable doing. And that's actually being able to pay for my kids' education. I said, so you don't help the people that are down. And they don't.
They don't.
They only looking at
when you look at our platform, that's another thing that we're adding. You'll see on that. You'll see like for the student loan program or whatever. Student debt problem. Because these kids are going to school and they're coming out of school with a mountain of debt.
Yes, and that's what my children are falling into right now. And I literally went to the college last week. And my daughter had a $700 balance. My son had a $1,400 balance. And I said, well, they've been coming to this school for the last 2 years. They're not wanting to go nowhere. They want to finish. I said, why don't you allow us to set up $100 or $150 a month until we pay it off? They're going to be here with you all for the next at least year and a half.
Right.
And he looked at me and said, well, we can't do that. You have to at least have it all the way down to $200 a piece, and we'll lift the flag and let them register. And I looked at them people and I said, you know what? You guys set these kids up. You want them to fail.
Let me tell you something. What you're saying is exactly what we're building a system to fix. We're going to fix that shit. Forgive me for cursing, but I'm just.
No, I be the same way. Because I was so upset and angry. I was like, really? Are you serious?
See, when I went to school, I was able to go to school and work and, and pay for it as you go. It's so expensive now. Kids can't cover those expenses and still go to school. How long ago was that that I was living in that neighborhood. How long ago was that?
Gosh, let me see. We were in high school, so this was back in like 80, 87, 88, 89. Because the Wilsons lived next door.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Lenore and I were best friends, of course. I mean, we were outside every day playing and doing all kind of this and that. And I think your sister probably had been around my sister's age, which I think they were like 7, 8, 9 years old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom had ended up meeting your mom, and she started sewing for my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like at you guys' house almost every other day, running through, because there was 4 of us. It was 4 girls. We didn't have any brothers.
See, I was even back then. I was an entrepreneur type, guy even back then.
I know, and we would always joke about that, and I would say. And I remember telling your mom one day, because we were outside acting silly, taking pictures, and that's what made me laugh about it, because we'd taken a picture in front of your car. And we laughed at that so bad. I was like, we were just crazy. And I
what kind of car I had then? I'm trying to remember.
You had that Z28. It was I think it was the Z. I don't know if it was Z28 or not. But it was black and gold.
Oh, yeah, that was the car, though, boy. I was, a young man driving a car like that.
Yes. And we laughed. I said, what memories are these? I said, wow. And we laughed so hard. We had an album book full of pictures of just like everybody in the neighborhood. And but even with the monies that I bring home, I mean, over half of it is going out, and I'm like, I don't have anything coming in to even help my children. And I said, that's absolutely crazy to me.
No. Like I said, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here.
Yes, so that is like wonderful. I was like, I'm glad somebody's doing something, because I mean, for Black people, we have too much intelligence and smart, and it's time that we kind of take a page out of their book and do what they've been doing for the longest, because they've been doing this all their lives, and they got money sitting aside.
Well, it's I hate to say it, but it is true, is that when I started looking at this market or whatever, so many obstacles that was put in my way, because I think that the system is designed to create second-class citizens. And they really don't want to see a lot of us prosper and do well. So I'm just, I just drew a line in the sand and said, I'm going to fix it. I can wait around somebody else, but ain't nobody else going to help us, because somebody got to step up to the table.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no shortage of money out here. I mean, it hurts my heart to hear, but it's not a shortage of money out here. We just got to position ourselves in front of it. So,
especially when that's what I was saying, especially when there's an immediate need to, just have and do the things that you need to even do, so yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, it's good to hear from you after all
you
those
years. Yes, indeed. I said I was going to stop today. I did say that. I told my sister, I said, I'm going to stop and make some time and call him and touch base to see how he's doing. I say, but evidently, looking at the pictures, he's doing wonderful.
We're trying. We're doing our best. So
yes, indeed. But yeah, I'm going to shoot you my email and everything and save my number and stuff like that. Let me know. So
I
that'll be
will.
appreciated.
I'll let you know.
Okay. All right.
All right. Talk to you later. All right.
Bye.